October 5th, Climate Accountability. October 5th, 2022. That the UN has revised its humanitarian appeal for Pakistan almost five-fold, from $160 million to $816 million, is rather telling of the extent of devastation caused by this year's monsoon season and recent floods. These revisions have come about in the light of a second wave of death and destruction that is now slowly being witnessed in the aftermath of the floods. The UN fears that even this might not be enough to cope with the wicked problems that are emerging in flood-affected regions. This second wave will mostly be in the form of a healthcare crisis, as affected regions will witness an increase in child morbidity, malnutrition, hunger, and disease. With healthcare centers and standing crops also destroyed by the floods, it is more necessary than ever to provide aid and relief to vulnerable communities. It is not just a matter of funds and resources, but also continued and concerted efforts on the part of local bodies as well as international organizations. This disaster is indeed a direct consequence of climate change that have caused unprecedented rain and melting of glaciers. Therefore, there is a direct connection between the climate disasters occurring in Pakistan and harmful activities that are rampantly occurring in first world countries over the course of decades. Accountability must include the idea of reparations. Those who have been highest contributors to greenhouse gas emissions must pay a price, which should be used for mitigating climate disasters occurring in the developing world. Indeed, the international community is moving towards climate accountability at the global level, but changes are taking place at a snail's pace. There isn't much time, as asserted by many reports, before we cross the irreversible phase. Countries must collectively combat the crisis now and hold major emitters accountable. Published in the Go by the do things strictly according to the written rules, etc. according to the rules and norms. To strictly follow the applicable guidelines to do something. Do things strictly. Go by the book. The current account deficit is a measurement of a country's trade where the value of the goods and services it imports exceeds the value of the products it exports. The current account includes net income, such as interest and dividends, and transfers, such as foreign aid, although these components make up only a small percentage of the total. A current account deficit occurs when the total value of goods and services a country imports exceeds the total value of goods and services it exports. The go by the book idiom. Do things strictly according to the written rules, etc. according to the rules and norms. To strictly follow the applicable guidelines to do something. The International Monetary Fund (IMF) works to achieve sustainable growth and prosperity for all of its 190 member countries. It does so by supporting economic policies that promote financial stability and monetary cooperation, which are essential to increase productivity, job creation, and economic well-being. Foreign direct investment (FDI) is a category of cross-border investment in which an investor resident in one economy establishes a lasting interest in and a significant degree of influence over an enterprise resident in another economy. Board of Investment is the premier investment promotion agency of Pakistan, working under the administrative control of the Prime Minister's office, and is mandated to promote and facilitate both local and foreign investment. The Board of Investment is a member of the World Association of Investment Promotion Agencies. Founded October 1992. The G20 or Group of 20 is an intergovernmental forum comprising 19 countries and the European Union. It works to address major issues related to the global economy, such as international financial stability, climate change mitigation, and sustainable development. Founded September 26, 1999. The Paris Club is an informal group of creditor nations whose objective is to find workable solutions to payment problems faced by debtor nations. The Paris Club has 22 permanent members, including most of the Western European and Scandinavian nations, the United States, the United Kingdom, and Japan. UN. The United Nations is an intergovernmental organization whose stated purposes are to maintain international peace and security, develop friendly relations among nations, achieve international cooperation, and be a center for harmonizing the actions of nations. Founded October 24, 1945. First world typically refers to the highly developed industrialized nations, often considered the westernized countries of the world. A greenhouse gas is a gas that absorbs and emits radiant energy within the thermal infrared range, causing the greenhouse effect. The primary greenhouse gases in Earth's atmosphere are water vapor, carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, and ozone.